5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You are listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is the Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
All right, people. It's that time again.
Yeah.
It's that time again. It's the Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. What's poppin', Miles? What's going on?
What up, son? Everything good? Everything good?
Everything's
son.
Chilling. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the truth about women, okay? Because, the truth is not out there unless, people put it out there. Most people are scared to put it out there, except for us. You understand? Because we try, but we're starting to realize that lies get you paid more. So we might, if you see us start to lie, if you see us start to, say some simping type shit, then you know why. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Niggas on the hustle.
Exactly. So don't take it personally, okay? We're just trying to get some paper. You feel what I mean?
We be back.
You know how we really feel. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
So if we get on our Steve Harvey shit, you feel me? Don't just know why. I'm just letting you know from now. You feel me? So
because sometimes the friend zone ain't that bad.
Exactly. Yo, did you see? Yo, this is dude. What's the dude name? His name was like Derek something. Some dude I saw him on World Star, and I looked at his videos, and this dude has a whole bunch of videos simping as hell. Like he had a video called "The Friend Zone Isn't That Bad," and he was holding some chick's purse, talking about him on purse duty right now, and the friend zone's okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is going on?
I'm on purse duty. Yo, did you hear when he started the video? He said, "I've been friend zoned by so many girls, I'm starting to like it."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nigga, do you understand why you've been friend zoned so many times?
Right,
like,
exactly. Exactly.
You giving advice to niggas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning of the video, sir.
Right.
Not even in the middle where we can hear what the fuck you trying to say, but in the beginning of the video, you say, "I've been friend zoned by so many girls, I'm starting to like it."
Right. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that dude, like, he likes to be abused or something. I don't know. It's freaking crazy. Like, these dudes out here are terrible, man. So, you guys. His name is Derek Jackson or something like that.
His name might as well been Derek Zoolander. The nigga's not. He's not really. Like, he's not playing the game, son. Like,
it's Derek Gaxn. So you can look him up on YouTube or whatever. And I left some comments on his videos too. I was like, please tell me you trolling right now. Tell me you trolling.
Right. Some nigga was like, yo, I hope this is satire because
right.
If it's not, like, nigga got problems.
So guys, you guys out there, you gotta watch yourself before the simping happens, man. The simping will catch up on you. The mangina energy will catch up on you when you least expect it, and you're not even gonna know what happened to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got some good friends out here that they caught the mangina bug. You feel what I'm saying? So we trying our best. You feel me? But anyway, so we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into some news. You're listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
Yeah, we're back. We are back on the Bad Boy Radio Show. We are back. So, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news right now. You know, a lot of fuckery is going on. So we got to talk about it. We got to see what's popping in the news nowadays. But I gotta put on the news, music. Yeah, I like that sound. Hold on one more time. Nice. So I think Miles cut out for a second. His phone cut off. He's gonna come back soon in a second. But anyway, so there's a lot of shit going on in the news. First of all, your dude Phife Dawg, he passed away. So rest in peace to Phife Dawg. Those who don't know who Phife Dawg is, he is one of the dudes in the legendary group A Tribe Called Quest. You understand? And he spit that fire. Okay, like he was nice. He would get shit popping. And he does what he needs to do. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to Phife Dawg. He was my favorite member out of the group. You understand? I mean, I know it was only him and Q-Tip and the other guy. Said the other guy. Miles, you back?
Yeah, man.
It was Bob. Yeah, so I was talking about Phife Dawg. I was saying, in the news that, he passed away and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yo,
yeah.
Peace to the God, son.
So,
for real.
So I was just
R.I.P., man.
I was like, man, because I was saying that he was my favorite out the group. You understand? Like,
right.
He had the lyrics. It's funny. It's always the guy who isn't the leader of the group who's always the best. You understand?
Right.
Like if you look at G Unit, Lloyd Banks was the one that was spitting fire. You feel what I'm saying? Like it always happens that way. I don't know. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it was crazy because I was telling somebody this. I was like, yeah, Phife Dawg, passed away, and they was like, who? And I was like, son, come on, son. I was like, come on, son.
Yo, that's how you know when you're getting old, son. You're
Really?
getting old, son.
It's like
These kids, they just know fucking, Young Thug and them niggas. Like, they don't know.
He was like, who? I was like, I can't even talk to you right now. It's over.
I
The
can't even talk to you.
Done. It's like, I know where your head is at. But anyway, rest in peace to Phife Dawg, and shout out to the real hip hop heads. You feel me? So, in other news, your dude Katt Williams, man.
Come on,
he's
son.
This nigga, Katt Williams is punching a 17-year-old kid in the face, or it's all over the internet. If you haven't seen it, I don't know, you're living under a rock, but this dude is going ham out here right now. Like, I don't understand what's going on in his life. You understand? Like, this dude is going through a super midlife crisis. Like, he's on the next level of, I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck? Like,
how old is he?
Katt Williams is like in his 40s, like mid-40s or something like that.
Mid-40s?
Yeah,
Okay.
like 44, 45 or something. So, and it's funny because I saw like the whole video because they showed like the first part where he just hit the kid in the face, whatever, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they show another version of the kid sort of like, following him and sort of taunting him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But still, I'm like, dude, you're an adult, son. Like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna, like, I was like, wow. I was like, Katt Williams he's a brave dude though, because just not even like, he's brave to the point where he would punch a kid in the face and know the type of backlash and embarrassment that's going to bring. He was just like, fuck it. You understand? Like, I'm just like, yo, how you do that shit? But he was saying on his comedy special, he said that he was talking about it, and he was saying that people's talking about, that a 17-year-old beat me up, but he was like, yo, I just sort of let him have it because I'm not trying to, really beat up a 17-year-old kid. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's kind of like,
Still, you, no, son, no. You a grown ass man, man.
Right.
You're a grown ass man, and you a millionaire person who, like, you get paid to write and speak.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So why are you like using violence against a kid? Kid?
Right.
Come on, son. You just got fucked up in Philly the other day, man. Stop it, man.
Right.
Stop it, man. It's
and
crazy.
I'm like, why is he even there? That's my question. Like, why are you there chilling in the hood playing soccer or whatever the fuck that was? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just Like, I would think as a dude who's a millionaire, who's a famous comedian, like, he got, like, actual work to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, today I had a lot of fucking work to do. And we ain't millionaires yet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck?
Right.
Like, I like, isn't his schedule packed with shit going on? Like, what the fuck? Like, you ain't got no jokes to write or nothing? You know what I'm saying?
But you notice how he was doing the show like 2 days later.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So he is busy, but what I think is, like, he loves spending time with his kids and shit, and he loves, like, he says he likes chilling in the neighborhood and, you know, being cool with the people, especially in the town that he live in, because they come out to see his shows a lot and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, so that's cool, but you got to figure out a better way. You a grown man. Why are you punching a kid in the face?
And yo, I bet Kevin Hart is just sitting home laughing at this shit like, yo, he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, but it's crazy. That's like a good case study. Put Kevin Hart on one side and Katt Williams on another side and be like, yo, this is what happens when you stay focused and work hard. You understand?
Right.
And this is what happens when you fucking up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
When you're on that bullshit. It's really interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both the same size, you know what I mean? Kevin Hart and you know, Katt Williams. They both do the same exact shit as far as comedy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But
right.
you have one that's just like, you know, soaring and getting paper and making shit. I mean, Katt Williams getting paper too, but he ain't getting, you know, Kevin Hart paper. You feel what I'm saying?
No, he's not. That's why he's so tight too.
Right.
That's why he's so tight.
So I'm just like, God damn.
Because he, you know what it is? You know what it really is? He feels like he's funnier than Kevin Hart.
Right.
And probably Chris Rock. So he's taking shots at them and talking shit about them because, like, yo, I think my stuff is better because, you know, you guys are just like, you know, you guys are kind of tap dancing and trying to make these white folk happy type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
he trying to pull the Uncle Tom card and get on Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. But
right.
I mean, like you said, like, if a nigga stay focused and work,
right,
they get money and they get success. Like, you running around talking about people, punching people in the face. Like, stay your ass in the house. Get somebody to go shopping for you. Like, he in a pool supply store. Like, dude,
right,
you don't need to go get your pool supplies yourself. You should have a guy for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it might cost a little bit more, but at least you won't be in this bullshit.
Right. It's fucking crazy. I don't get it. And I'm just like, dude, like, you in that position to get shit popping. You understand? And I understand, you know, the aspect of, okay, well, we understand Kevin Hart and Chris Rock, you know, they do their little tap dance and shit, and, you know, the fucking, that's you got to play the game somewhat if you trying to, you know, stay in the industry like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And Katt Williams is on some, you know, real nigga shit. He's like, yo, this is what it is, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, you could still be on some real shit, but not like, look at someone like Patrice O'Neal. You feel what I'm saying? Patrice O'Neal was like the realest dude to ever walk the face of the earth. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he wasn't going around punching motherfuckers and getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would just talk shit, but it would be in alignment with what the fuck he was doing. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like,
exactly.
why, what the fuck is wrong with this dude, Katt Williams? I'm like, man, like, this dude, you know, I'm just like tuning in to see what happens next. That's all I'm tuning in to do. You know what I mean?
Yo, I don't want anything else to happen, nigga. Just do your shows and get your money and keep quiet. Like, what the fuck?
He needs new material. That's why he's out here, you know, fucking around. You feel what I'm saying?
I guess so. He
needs something else to talk about. He's like, yo, I'm running out of shit, so I got to go out here and fuck up and talk about it. You feel what I mean? It's crazy.
Kevin Hart know he running out of shit. That's why he doing all these fucking whack ass movies.
Exactly.
To get his money while it getting good, and then calm down after. You'll see. It's gonna be a minute where you're not gonna hear from Kevin Hart for a good long while.
Pretty much.
He's just gonna take all of this money and probably invest it in some shit and just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Honestly, that nigga's getting corny. Like, you know, he been corny for a while, but my nigga, like, come on, son. Like, some of these movies, like, come on, son.
No, it's funny because I like Kevin Hart when he's acting. When he's on that stand-up shit, I can't do it. It's just not.
That's even worse.
I can't fucking do it. You feel me?
but to his credit, I will say that I used to see Kevin Hart back in the day when niggas was on the, you know, the free promotional ticket, you know, comedy club in New York City,
right,
up on Amsterdam and all around the city. And during the grinding days, during the days when niggas was hungry,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart was a bad motherfucker. He was funny as hell. Man.
Right.
Like Kevin Hart made me have you know how you catch a Charlie horse in your calf muscle?
Right.
I literally caught a Charlie horse in my cheek muscles, my nigga.
Right.
Like my face was twitching, you know, because I laughed so hard at this motherfucker. Like he was really funny. So
are you saying that Kevin Hart used to be like Drake before the Quentin Miller shit? You like he was spitting hard shit. You feel what I'm saying?
He was spitting the hardest.
And then when he blew up, he got ghostwriters and got whack. Is that what you're saying?
And exactly. He shelled out for the fucking, you know, for the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like he sold out for the, and I say sell out, not to say there's anything wrong with that. Like get your money, but just try to be true to you. But whatever,
right.
Like get your money.
Nah.
But
trust
it is
me.
what it is, though.
Look, Miles.
He's really doing these whack ass movies. Like
me and you, trust me. Me and you are gonna sell out heavy, son. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better like this shit now. Like soak up all the game and all of that shit. Cause soon, me and Miles is gonna be on that. You know, you gotta buy flowers for a girl. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta show you love her. You know, you gotta do all that shit, man. I'm telling y'all, watch. You're gonna be like, damn.
Hey, I mean, what news story are we up to? Because I don't want to cut into this shit.
Oh no, we got one more news story.
Okay.
So the last news story is there was a flight attendant who tried to smuggle 70 pounds of coke at LAX, and it was some chick. And she was like a Miss Beauty Queen pageant from Jamaica, some shit. Like, she looked good. She would get it. You understand?
Wow,
so
yeah.
The story was she was at LAX, and I think she worked there or something like that. And so she was trying to get through the airport in a situation where, since she worked there, she could sort of like slide through without them checking her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then so I guess at some point they tried to check her, and then she got scared and just like ran away. She left the stuff there and just bounced. And then they caught her or she turned herself in the next day or something like that. And I think they have her on like $500,000 bail or some shit.
Woo!
So,
oh man. Oh man.
I'm like, yo.
And you can imagine she probably been moving shit for a good minute too.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully somebody made a good amount of money before she got bumped.
Right.
Oh man. Because you the flight attendant, ain't nobody checking you. You on and off the plane and it don't matter.
Right.
So you see those little roller suitcases they be having?
Uh-huh.
You can pack that whole shit full of bricks of cocaine or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then just let them keep... Yo, that's a good hustle. That's like that Frank Lucas shit when he was moving the shit from Vietnam to America or whatever. That's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. But she bad, though. I don't understand. They should have got like a really average, dumpy-looking chick to do this. Because you got to understand, when a chick is hot, she's going to draw attention. Why would you have a hot chick moving coke? You understand?
Right.
Like, that's retarded. Like, why would you even do it?
Niggas is gonna want to, check her just because they want to tell her, oh, spread a miss, or move your hands that way, or
like, how many dudes probably try to holler at her on her way to trying to make that happen. Dudes is like, yo, Miss Ma, what's going on? What you got in the bag? What's going on? You look like you traveling. What's popping? Let me get that number. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she busy like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to move this coke, nigga. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yo, that's
like,
crazy.
goddamn.
That's crazy. You said $70,000 worth?
No, it was 70 pounds. So I don't know how much that is.
70 pounds. Oh wow.
I've never done coke or dealt coke. I don't understand. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means. What the street price of that is neither.
Exactly. No, seriously, we don't know. So I don't want to hear no niggas knocking at our door. Talking about, well, we heard the Bad Boy show, and we heard the part where you were talking about coke. No, I don't know nothing about that shit. We're just telling the story, okay? God damn it. But yeah, she was bad though, and it sucks because she's
bad.
Yeah, she bad. Like, why you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been just modeling and doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have been, hollering at rich niggas. Like, what you need to be, pushing coke for? I really want to know like what the story is behind that, like why she did it, who was like, you know,
yo, Gucci shoes cost a lot of fucking money, man. You know what I'm saying? Red bottoms and shit, like it costs money, man.
Right. So you know, I don't know.
I mean, not that that's an excuse, but a lot of these people, that's a big part of their life, and they willing to do whatever to get it. So.
Right. I don't know.
Or maybe she had a mother that was sick, or you never know. People be going through shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, it's some weird shit. But anyway, so listen, we're gonna do a subscriber email, and we're gonna talk about this, you know, and see what's popping. So I got an email from a dude, and he says, "Hey, Mr. Locario, if a woman is talking to two guys at the same time and has feelings for both guys, how would she decide which guy to begin a relationship with?" All right. So first I want to say this. Why do you care? I mean, that's no, seriously, because I'm reading this and I'm just like, but like, are you one of the guys, and are you like, what's going, like, why, or is this hypothetical? Like, why do you, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those. Like,
no, you know, my home girl who put me in the friend zone. She was asking my advice as a man, and
right.
You know, I wanted to find out the best course of action for her because I care about her so much. And one day she's gonna stop sucking and fucking all these other guys and give me a chance.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, why do you care? But anyway, but like,
I hope that's not what it is. But,
right. That's what I hope.
That sounds like what it is.
That's what I hope. But to answer the question, you know, you're asking, you know, why would if a woman talking to two guys at the same time and she has feelings for both of the dudes, and how would she decide which guy to be in a relationship with? Is basically who she sees as more valuable to her. You understand, and to her situation. Right. And what will benefit her, you understand? So, like, for example, like, you know, I knew this chick that I was messing with her for a while or whatever, and she was like seeing some other dude, and she was actually seeing me and two other dudes. You feel me? And she was on some shit where she was like, "Oh, you know, I really want a boyfriend, and I want to settle down, and I want this and I want that or whatever." So she knew that wasn't gonna happen with me. You understand? Because she knew my situation. You feel what I mean? And I ain't really trying to wife her up or anything. So. The thing was, one of the dudes she sort of just got with because he was basically, you know, sweating her and catering to her, and she wanted that attention. She wanted the feeling of having a boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? So
the feeling,
right?
Oh,
you feel what I'm saying? So with her, you know, sometimes with chicks is just that feeling or that look of saying, oh well, I have a boyfriend, so whichever one's going to sort of satisfy that need, she will, you know, she'll sort of get with him. You feel what I'm saying? Or if she sees two different dudes, and let's say one of the guys is a guy who, you know, has maybe more money, you know, has more resources, and the other guy doesn't.
Has more cocaine.
Right, has more cocaine, you know. so she might say, you know what, I'm gonna get with this guy more, you know, because he, you know, he can do more for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, and you got to understand about women, man. Women generally, you know, and this is not even necessarily a woman thing. This is like more of a human thing, but I'd see women will do it generally more. You know, it's a thing where, you know, you're going to want to go towards what's going to satisfy your selfishness. I mean, you know, basically it's like whatever is going to make you, you know, feel better about your shit or put you in a better position, that's what you're going to choose. So the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of guys, they get their ego caught up in this, and you got to understand when a woman is choosing you, and this is a hard thing for people to get, and this goes for vice versa when a man, you know, messes with a girl, but when a woman is choosing you, right, she's choosing you based off of how you make her feel and how you benefit her. So it's not about you. It could have been anybody. You feel what I'm saying? So so don't get your ego caught up in it, because like even with this email, you're asking sort of like, you know, you're like, oh, so if she's seeing two guys, and what you know, what will make her choose this guy over that guy? And so let's say you're one of the guys, and let's say she chose this other guy over you, what a lot of dudes will do is they'll get all butthurt. You understand? They'll be like, oh, why she chose him and all, I'm all jealous and all that other stuff. But the shit ain't got nothing to do with him. You understand? It got everything to do with her and her agenda and what she wants and what she feels she needs for that situation. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with you. Like if a guy sees a chick or a couple of chicks, and let's say one chick is down to fuck at that moment, and there's another chick who's sort of not. You understand? Your attention might be more on the girl who's down to fuck. It's not like you hate the other girl, but the girl who's down to fuck is going to benefit you in that situation at that moment. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you're gonna choose her. It's really that simple. You feel me? So you guys got to understand it. But again, you have to get off worrying about this shit. Because while I'm reading this email, I'm just like, dude, you don't need to like care about what woman wants to be in a relationship. You understand? With you, like that's the type of stuff that generally chicks think about, and they're laying in their bed. They're, staring at the ceiling and thinking about some guy who they want to be in a relationship with. You shouldn't be at home, doing the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all guys got to get off that shit. Like, as a man, focus on your shit. Focus on what you're doing in your life. You feel what I'm saying? And chicks will be there. They'll be around. You shouldn't have to necessarily be worrying about a woman or being in a relationship with a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that kind of is like... when I hear shit like that from dudes, it shows me the pussification of society right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a man like sitting there worrying about some chick. Like, no, like you guys got to stop that. Like, it's serious. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that shit. You got to stop doing that shit, because you even worrying about a chick, it's not even attractive to a woman. So like you're almost doing some counterproductive shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you actually care about attracting women and you want to attract women, you worrying about if a chick likes you or not, or if a chick wants to be in a relationship with you or not, that's going to come off when you're interacting with women and dealing with them, and that's what's going to make them not want to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's going to be like, this guy is on some bitch shit. This guy's on some soft shit. You feel what I'm saying? And the chick wants to be down with a dude who's strong, a dude who has a plan, a dude who has his own program. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't be on some like, oh, I'm hoping and waiting and praying that this girl likes me or loves me or wants me and wants me over this other guy. Oh God, like, dude,
worry about what you want from a chick, man.
Right.
If she got what you want,
right?
Then, because remember, man, damn this, man. Like, I'm tired of explaining this shit sometimes. But anyway, a female's main purpose. I mean, there's a lot going on in life and this, that, and the third. But on a basic level, a female can't fulfill her purpose unless she gets the initiative from the man. Like, unless she gets the seed from a man, she cannot recreate, which is the basic purpose of a female. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that to reduce a female to just a baby making machine. I'm just saying that that's a good way for a guy to kind of like understand the situation on a basic animal level. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So at that point, you don't need to really worry about what she wants. You need to make sure you are getting what you want, so you could be the best leader and the best management and facilitator for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if she gives you what you need, then you can be the man you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So that's why that's exactly why you need to worry about what she's bringing to you and what she's bringing to your table. Because once you good, she's good. If you her man, I mean, because he is talking about getting into a relationship. Right. So I'm gonna take it to the point where you're not just dating and you're not just fucking. Like, right. You're a guy that's leading, managing, and making sure that everything's cool because it's a relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So that's all you need to know. Like,
right.
It's you. What's going on with you?
Right.
You ain't to worry about these chicks.
These dudes be making it more complicated, man. Like, I'm telling you. But listen, we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna get into the topic, the truth about women. So you're listening to the Bad Boy Show. We'll be back in a second. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to pavionphoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at pavionphoto.com. That's Pavion photo.com. Pavionphoto.com. Yeah, we are back. We are back on the Bad Boy Show. And, you know, the topic we're going to be talking about is the truth about women. So, you know, what I want to say about this is when we're talking about chicks and dealing with girls and all this other stuff, you know, you're going to have an easier time making things happen. You are going to have more success in the dating game. You're going to have, you know, more things, you know, happen for you if you understand the truth about chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And when we say the truth, we're just talking about like the realistic things that are happening or happen, you know, with women and how you interact with women. Because, you know, a lot of guys, they're under the assumption that, you know, women are everything nice and sugar and spice and peaches and cream, and, you know, and it's because the marketing of how women are, you know, by society, it's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they market women to you as these super gentle, nice creatures who would never hurt a fly. And, you know, and this is how simps and manginas are born, because they feel like, oh, these women, they're out here just being nice, and all these evil men are you know, they're out here to hurt them, and we got to save these girls and blah, blah, blah. And so a lot of these women, they understand that there's guys out there who actually believe this nonsense. So they say, okay, I'm going to sort of take advantage of this guy. I see that he's really into me. I'm going to have him take me out and do all this other craziness. You understand? Because he doesn't know the truth. You understand? And then the dudes who do know the truth, you know, women, they'll be attracted to these guys who know the truth and who are, you know, actual real men, not men who feel like they got to bend over backwards for chicks. But at the same time, women love the benefits of, you know, how simps and manginas treat them. So they'll sort of like, you know, fight off the real dudes and say they're misogynistic. They'll say this and this and that. But, you know, the real guys understand the truth. You feel what I mean? Because I did a video a couple months ago, and I think the video was titled something like what was it? It was like, you will, what was it? It was basically saying like, it was like, this video will change how you view women. That was like sort of the title of the shit. You feel me? And so right. in the video, I was basically mainly talking about how women are extremely sexual and have sex with a whole bunch of dudes. You understand? But a lot of dudes think that there's this like difference between like, oh, this is the good girl and this is the girl who's a slut. And I'm basically saying, yo, most of these girls, by the definition of slut, are sluts. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so the thing is that guys think that, oh, there's 100 women in the room, and, you know, 20 of them are sluts, and 80 of and the other, you know, 80 or whatever are you know, the girls that, you know, they're nice girls, or quote unquote good girls. And of course that whole saying of good and nice, that also is, you know, the marketing of the nonsense. But they'll say those ladies are like that, and they'll say only the small 20% is the sluts. You feel what I mean? But that's not the truth. You feel what I'm saying? That's not the truth at all. The truth is, you know, you have a lot of women out here who are fucking and sucking, and there's not anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that this is what you need to know. So when you deal with a chick, you're not surprised. when you get with the chick, you're not like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Or you don't have that fantasy of saying, well, I'm only going to wife up a girl who's, only had sex maybe one time or who's a virgin. And you're just sitting there like, wasting your time trying to find this magical, mystical girl that doesn't exist. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't really know the truth. You feel what I mean? So, women, they do that shit. You got to understand how women operate. Women are having a lot of sex. You got to understand this. Women get sex and dick thrown at them all the time. All the time. All the goddamn, it's insane. It's ridiculous. Like, let me tell you, there's chicks that I've dated, right? And a lot of them, I say, let me see your online dating profile. Let me see your inbox. And dudes is hitting up their inbox crazy. You understand? Like, I've dated chicks who were fucking, MILFs. Like, they're probably like in their late 40s, some early 50s, chicks who they're still decent. You understand? Like, they're still fuckable, but the amount of dick that gets thrown at them, it's just way too much. It's like this old lady should not be getting this much dick thrown at her. You feel what I'm saying? and I'm one of those dicks that's getting thrown at her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so this is what I'm saying. Like, chicks are out there having a ball, no pun intended. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's going down. So this is the kind of the stuff we're trying to talk about. Like, yo, it's real. This is the real shit that's going down, and guys need to understand this, because even in the comments of that video, I had dudes saying, oh, Mr. Locario, I don't agree because, I think these are just the girls that you've come across.
Wait.
Exactly. See?
Oh my God.
And who does that sound like? Who usually makes statements like that? You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That's that chick shit. Oh, these
guys are falling for the female, like, feminist game, hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
Like, it's over, son.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, way too much single parent mother homes, B.
Right. I'm telling you.
Damn, son. Oh, man.
And another thing, too, is that, when it comes to women and, like, the real honest shit, women, and some guys are getting hip to this, but women end up only wanting nice guys and, like upstanding dudes or whatever you want to call it.
After age 30.
Right, when they get old and they hit the wall. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's really going down. So it's not that, when chicks are young and they're at their hottest physically, you understand? I mean, the amount of attention they get is astronomical. You understand? So they end up, messing with these, knuckleheads. You understand?
Right.
And then when they get older and they tits start sagging, and, they're not as hot as they were before, that's when they want to come to you when you're the nice guy who's actually, got a nice job, or, you're taking care of shit, and that's when they want to get with you. And the thing is that, a lot of nice guys are resentful of this. They're like, oh, now you want to come up to me and all this other stuff. And the thing is that some of them actually still accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because they still want to, some of these guys want to still be part of those type of chicks. They still want to get down with it because they didn't really have the game to really make something happen. You feel what I mean? But, when these chicks are younger, they use the excuse of, oh, well, I made a mistake and, now I want something more serious. They didn't make a mistake.
You only have to take a look at the Sierra Russell.
Right.
Russell
Wilson, right? Exactly.
He was hoeing around and letting niggas shoot the club up
mm-hmm.
with niggas like Future and 50 Cent and all these,
right?
thug niggas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thug for lack of a better word, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
And now, luckily, because she's still kind of halfway decent, she kept the body tight. She could score somebody like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is the squarest of the squares. Like.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga's a square, son. He's such a simp. It's bad. It's so bad. Like, he's not even getting her to sign a prenup.
Right. Oh, he's not signing a prenup?
No, he's not making her sign a prenup.
Oh, he's making her sign it.
He is not.
Oh, he is not. Oh, shit.
He's not making her sign a prenup. He said some shit about, to sign a prenup would bring negative energy on our love, and we don't want to give any bad vibes to our union and all this jazz.
This
and I'm
nigga.
thinking, yo, nigga, that's game. Nigga, that's game. That's that female game, and you falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker, man. Look, I tell a chick, I be like, look, it don't have nothing to do with love. It don't have nothing to do with love.
Right.
If something goes down, I need for the money to be set.
Right.
You understand? No matter what's going on, because who knows what might happen in the future. It has nothing to do with my love for you.
Right.
It has everything to do with we don't know what might happen in the future. That's what it has to do.
Pretty much.
Because right now I love the shit out of you, and I would never foresee that. But we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We ain't fortune tellers.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure my money's set up because you're not the only person that I'm taking care of in my whole within my fortune. You're not the only person that I need to take care of where I need to be obligated to give you half of my shit. You know what I'm saying?
And if anything, all he would need to say is, well, you know what? I'm assigned. We're gonna do this prenup, and if we're gonna be together forever, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So but that's the thing. See, and that's another thing. Women will sort of try to get you with that manipulative shit. You got to understand this, guys. You have to. Oh my goodness, I'm hype right now. You got to, dudes. If you have to really understand what I'm saying. Feel me on this, okay? You have to be careful about how women try to shame you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh my God.
Because women will sort of phrase things and try to shame you into a way where they'll say certain things to make you feel bad about what you're doing in order for them to get their agenda crossed. You understand? So you'll be with a chick, you got a whole bunch of money, you're like, oh, well, baby, we love each other, and, I don't think we should sign this prenup because, I feel like that's going to be a bad thing, and, we love each other, and you wouldn't want to put bad luck on our relationship now, would you? And, you're not like these other guys, and then you start thinking, well, yeah, I guess so, you know what I mean? And then you end up fucking your shit up, and she's sitting there rubbing her hands like Birdman and shit, like, yes, this nigga, I got this nigga, it's over. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they trust me, chicks be doing, just a lot of manipulative shit just on the low, man. You got it's so subtle, and the reason why they do this, you got to understand, is because this is how women sort of like operate and maneuver, just in life on a survival level. You feel what I'm saying? They do this because they sort of they sort of have to. You understand? They sort of have to appear a certain way in public. You understand? They're gonna say one thing to you, maybe say another thing to another guy, because they have to have all their chips in a certain place in order for them to sort of maneuver and get what they want to get done. You feel what I'm saying? So they will manipulate you if you let them. If you're not smart enough to see what's going on, you understand? They will manipulate you. And just like even right now, there's going to be a woman listening to this audio right now, and she's going to be saying, oh, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham, they're misogynist, and she's going to be telling her boyfriend or her brother or some other man they shouldn't be listening to us. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're misogynist. Do you see how they hate women? They said women are manipulative. Oh, that means you see that's hate. Because a woman, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they manipulate you, because they want you to, again, they're trying to go off that marketing, because they're like, women are manipulative. What do you mean? Like, women are sugar and spice. They don't do anything wrong. Women can't be criticized. What are you talking about? And if you agree with Mr. Locario Miles Cunningham, you're a misogynist too. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they do. You feel what I mean? So you gotta understand that shit, man. And the thing is, another thing is women, they can't take constructive criticism. You feel what I mean?
Right.
And this is where the whole misogyny and all this other stuff comes in, because as soon as you're, actually constructively saying, hey, listen, this is what's going on, this is how you're behaving, and this is, the hypocrisy and this and this and that, then it becomes a problem. You understand? And the thing is, I always get this thing where women will say, oh, why can't you say nice things about women and blah, 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 and all this other stuff? And nice things are being said about women every day. You understand? We say nice things about women. But the thing is that when nice things are said, right? No one, it's like when something's said and it's nice, it's like no one actually thinks about what's being said that's nice. They don't actually, you know, they just let it brush off. They're like, oh, cool, well, that's great. Thanks for the compliment. Thanks for making me feel good or whatever, right? But when something is said in a constructive way, when something is being criticized, right, then it's a whole big argument. It has to be dissected. It has to be, looked at. It has to be looked under a microscope. The scientists have to come in and test it, what you just said, to make sure it's not misogynistic. But if I say that a fat chick is like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, they just take it. It's like, oh, well, you know, it's gospel now. You know what I'm saying? And not saying fat chicks aren't beautiful. I'm just using that, you know, as an example. You feel what I'm saying? Because there are chicks who are fat that'll get it. You feel what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And, you know, and the thing is, you got to understand, you know, when it comes to, you know, women, and the reason why it may seem like we're going in all the time, or it seems like we're being harsh, is because when you've been lied to for so long, or when lies have been, you know, like been out there for so long.
With the marketing.
Yeah, it's like everything, you know, anything you say opposite to that seems like crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It seems crazy. You feel what I mean? So it's ridiculous. And the thing is, another thing that's true about women, and a lot of guys don't understand this, is that only a small percent of women are actually wifey material or are ready to be a wife or a girlfriend. You understand? Most women are not qualified yet to be a wife or girlfriend. You understand? So a lot of times what happens is that you will hear women say, you know, these guys are so immature. They don't want to commit. How come these guys just want to have sex and leave? You understand? And they make it seem as if, oh, it's, you know, it's just you. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is that these women aren't showing wife qualities. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's why they are not being wifed up. That's the real reason. You feel what I'm saying? Because if we flip it around and you have a guy, you know, quote unquote, complaining about not getting ass, what do they say to him? Well, you know, your game ain't tight, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're thirsty.
You're thirsty. Your game ain't tight. You ain't. It's you. But when a woman wants to get wifed up, or when a woman is single, it's the man's fault. It's because you guys are, you know, you're scared of commitment. You feel what I'm saying?
And you can't handle a strong, independent woman.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So
all this. It's like the only thing they do, they never stay with the issue. Mm-hmm. Like if you're in an argument with a feminist or a mangina, they never stay with the issue. They just always resort to shaming you. Right. Exactly. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible, man. Like your ideas need to be like I remember some chick told me, I wrote something on Facebook. She told me that she hoped all of my fingers are grinded down to a nub.
Oh, right.
So I can never type on social media ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just explaining why she doesn't agree with my, my ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Wow.
It's terrible. And also, another truth about women is that women put men in categories. Okay? So, for those of you guys who don't know, you know, a woman, she'll deal with you and she'll put you in, of course, you know, the friend zone category, right? And then she will have another guy who is her quote unquote lover, the guy who's fucking the shit out of her. You understand? Then she might even have a husband. You understand? She might have a guy who's on this, you know, who's actually like the boyfriendy, the guy who's like doing all this other shit, you know, hanging out with her, listening to all her problems and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then she has a guy on the side who will probably be providing financial, you know, benefits to her. You feel what I'm saying? So women, they'll sort of look at you and say, as a man, like, oh, you fucking around with all these chicks and blah, 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 blah. Women have dudes designated for different shit also. You feel what I'm saying? But they won't let you know this. They will pretend that, and let me tell you something. This is what women will do. They will conveniently use these men when it's a real convenient time for them to use them. So for example, you'll go up to a girl and let's say she doesn't have a boyfriend. She just has a guy who's fucking her. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And you'll holler at her.
Which many of them do, by the way.
Right, pretty much. You'll holler at her and you'll be like, yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah. She'll be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, right? And then another dude who comes and hollers at her, and if she's feeling a dude, you know, she'd be talking, he'd be like, hey, you got a boyfriend? She'd be like, no, I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
right.
she'll tell, you know, different guys different shit. You feel what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm telling you this is because, you know, you guys can't really, you know, take what women are saying at face value, because again, they're going to say and do whatever they feel they need to do, you know, at that specific moment that's going to benefit them. This is what we were talking about earlier in the email, where the guy was like, oh, if she's seeing two guys, which one is she going to get with? Whichever one benefits her. And again, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is what I want you guys to understand. Everything we're talking about, there's nothing wrong with chicks doing this. We're just saying that they do. So be up on game. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to get across to you guys. You feel me? Because too many dudes sort of like, you know, they walk around and they think women are who they really aren't. They're just like, they're totally oblivious to this shit. Like, they don't know that women are doing this stuff. Because what happens is a guy will talk to a girl will say, he'll be talking to her and she'll be like, oh, you know, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm not, you know, or she'll say, I'm not into casual sex. I'm not into just hooking up. And then the next day she has a dude's dick in her mouth who she just met. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is what we're saying. So it's not to say that, you know, like when a chick is telling you shit, that you have to totally, you know, believe her or not believe her. I'm just saying you got to sort of question this shit. You have to sort of, you know, not just take shit for face value when you're dealing with women, because that's not the truth. That's not what they're really about. You understand? That's not who they really are. You understand? The standard that they try to live up to, or the sort of image that they portray in society, and how the media tries to portray women, most of that is bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Women will do a whole bunch of shit that you would be like, a lot of you would lose your minds. Do you understand? and I'm telling you this from personal experience. I'm talking about women who I've dealt with, women in my family, women that I've been with. And there's certain things that they've done, and you know, I either found out or they confessed to me, and I'm just like, what? Like, you? Like, what? Like, and it's because I was under the illusion that since she was a woman, she could do no wrong. That since she is a woman, she will never, ever do something like this. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the thing that, you know, a lot of guys have to realize. Like, another thing, like, kind of like, you know, when women complain about quote unquote street harassment, about, oh, I don't like to get approached, and they're just you know, bothering me in my busy day. I'm just, you know, walking down the street and I'm trying to just go along with my business, and these guys just keep harassing me, which that's a lot of bullshit. All that street harassment shit is bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And of course, you're probably going to have the feminists. They're going to hear this shit and they're going to be like, oh, these guys are beside it. It's bullshit. You understand? Because again, like, if a dude approaches her who she likes, who she's attracted to, she will talk to him. She will have a conversation with him. She will give him her number. It won't be harassment. You feel what I'm saying? It's only harassment when it's a guy she don't like. You see what I mean? Like, and that's the crazy part. And a lot of dudes don't understand it. And this is why you got a lot of male feminists and manginas. They be sticking up for these chicks somehow. Oh, you know, it is harassment. You gotta, you know, these girls just want to be left alone, and why can't you leave them alone, and blah, 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 blah. And these manginas and male feminists are the type of dudes who are scared to even holler. You got to think about it. Imagine the mind of a dude like that. Just I know I'm fucking going on a tangent, but you got to think about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, you're a dude, right? Who is biologically attracted. You're attracted to women, So
right.
you're in a society where the rules are that you as a man are supposed to come up to them, because they're, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to come up to you. So the only way that you're going to have sex and reproduce or have some sexual gratification is if you go up to the woman. Now knowing all this, you're a man saying that men shouldn't approach women. Like, how does that even work? That's like a lion in the wild telling his other lion friends, like, yo, we can't eat these zebras, my nigga. And then he's looking at you like, what? Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like it's crazy. Because, well, what happened was I was speaking to the zebra, right? And the zebra was telling me that it don't like to be chased and eaten. You feel me? So I don't think we should be eating these zebras. And it's just like, dude, well, it's natural, my nigga. We supposed to eat these zebras.
You sound like a fucking storyboard from one of them Disney movies or some shit. Like, I could see that happening in the new Disney movie.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for real.
Or some dumb shit.
For real. Talk about jungle harassment and shit. Like, yo. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's just like, yo, like the shit is natural, B. Like, God damn. But
you know what a lot of people don't understand too?
Mm-hmm.
Women, they need to have something to complain about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, real fucking talk.
And it's really up to us as men to decide what we're gonna pay attention to and not pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really make a choice. Like, I mean, look, if a woman is your woman, you're in a relationship and she's hungry,
mm-hmm.
you need to take care of that. You
right.
see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, meaning there's no money for groceries, like something needs to be done. You understand? Like, certain things need to be done if you a man. Like,
right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like dealing with a child. Like, pick and choose what's important, what you know that they need. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pick and choose as a man what you know that they need.
Right.
Now, if you're not in a relationship with a chick and you just dating, do you.
Mm-hmm.
A woman loves to see a man doing him, no matter what they tell you.
Right.
They need you to do you, and they want to be a part of the adventure. They don't want to be the one leading the adventure.
Right. Exactly.
They want to see an Indiana Jones nigga on his fucking trail, and then she, if she want to come along for the ride, she come along for the ride. Other than that, you just do what you got to do as a man for yourself and keep it moving. Like,
mm-hmm.
That's all it really is. You don't got to ask yourself a bunch of questions about these females.
Right. And,
you know what I'm saying?
And I was going to also say that too, like, the whole thing of you being masculine, you understand, is what, women really like. And that's the truth. Women love a masculine dude. You understand? But it's like, we're in a society where, masculinity is looked at as the enemy. Like, oh, you can't be, you're too aggressive and this and this and that. But that's not the truth. Women actually, women are starving for masculine dudes. You feel what I'm saying? For manly men who are not afraid to approach them, to talk to them, to take charge, to do all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, a lot of these dudes out here have been tricked into thinking, because look, you got to understand, man, like, when a woman says, if you ask any chick out here, what type of guy do you like, or what type of guy you want, right? Most of them will say some bullshit like, oh, I want a guy who's nice. He has to be really nice and sweet and treat me right or whatever. So then what happens is a lot of guys, that's a lie. And what happens is a lot of guys, they hear that and they think that's the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So then what happens is that you got all these, soft ass dudes tiptoeing around females, scared to be, assertive or aggressive with the chick. And, and then it's like the chicks are sitting there wondering what the hell's going on. And it's because these guys have bought into the lie that, of what women say they want. And the reason why they're saying that is because they want to look sort of good in the eyes of society. Because if you said to if most women, and what the thing is, most women aren't even aware of this, but imagine if you had a woman who, and some women are, but imagine if you had more women who were aware. If you asked a woman, hey, what type of guy do you want? What type of guy attracts you and gets you all hot and bothered? You know what they would say? They would say, I like a guy who's very aggressive, who is going to ignore me sometimes, who is going to, check me on my shit, who is going to lead me. You understand? This is the shit that they're really attracted to. You feel what I'm saying? But they're not going to say that. You know why? Because even sometimes women who will say that will get shitted on by other women, and they'll say, girl, what you talking about? You can't be saying that. And what about girl power and independent? You're stronger than that. Why you need a man to lead you and blah, 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 blah. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
So even women get shitted on by other feminists and all that other stuff for saying, hey, you know, I just want to be a housewife. They're like, what? Why would you just want to stay home and watch kids and blah, blah, blah. And you're fucked up for doing that. You see what I mean? So it all those things, you know, it's combined and it makes, you know, everything all complicated and stupid. You feel what I'm saying? And then so now you got dudes out here confused when it comes to dealing with chicks. You know, they don't understand the truth about what's going on. You got women that are confused because they're going off of what society is saying and they're not even aware of what, you know, even turns them on, so they can't express it to the guys. And then so they're telling the guys bullshit. The guys are believing the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got guys who actually know the truth who tell them like, yo, listen, you got to, you know, be a little bit more assertive and aggressive and you know, and be, you know, take charge. And then they're going to tell that guy he's being a fucking misogynist and you know, a creep for being masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is fucking crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, oh my God, it's terrible out here. It's so terrible out here. I'm just like, man, like, wow, like, dudes, like I man, I feel for you guys out there, man. This is why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, this is why we do what the fuck we do, guys. You feel? And oh yeah, when you guys go to the Bad Boy membership page, which all of you guys should be a member on the Bad Boy membership, you can also now listen to the Bad Boy membership videos and audios on your phone. Okay, so that's another reason to join it today. Go to badboymembership.com right now.
Yeah, convenient, son.
Exactly. Sign up.
You can live stream all the content on the membership.
Exactly. So you know, when you're at work pretending to work, you just put, you know, one headphone in and, you know, be at your desk and just, you know, make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Exactly. So is there anything else we left out before we get out of here? Because we're pretty much done.
Yeah, man. Fuck her right in the pussy, man. You know?
Exactly right. No, I feel that. You gotta applaud that. But yeah, just, you know, the last thing.
I was just gonna say real quick.
Right.
Dudes just gotta like. You gotta know how powerful a dude is and how powerful women need us to be. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we're power. You need to be powerful regardless. Like, It is what it is. But in the realm of dealing with chicks, like, you gotta be a strong dude. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you step a certain way, you talk a certain way, you do a certain thing, they understand where your program is coming from. You see what I'm saying? Like, body language, style, confidence, the way you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, everything. Mm-hmm. It's a whole thing, and you have to assert yourself, and sometimes you got to dominate, because a lot of these chicks, they put on a strong game, but they weak, and they need your support. Like, you know, but it's hard for them to say it because they're in a world that tells them that, girl, you need to be strong and independent, and you don't listen to hear what a man is saying, blah, blah, blah. But no, man, a lot of these chicks need management. They need to be led. You know, there's a lot of things going on that would be better in their life that if they listen to a sensible dude, they would be better off. And that's why a lot of them, I don't know what it is, but I think that's why a lot of them try to friend zone niggas. But that's why us as men, we can't allow the friend zone shit to go down. Like, let a chick know that if she's not interested, you got to move on to find. So you can, all that energy that you sitting there giving her, holding her bag, and so let her talk about her problems. She needs to be with a man to do that. You holding up progress right now. And you stop yourself from talking to the next chick that might be interested in you. So you stop the progress for the girl who you claim you in the friend zone with, and you stop the progress for yourself for the next chick. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, just do what you got to do as a man, man. That's it.
Real talk. And you gotta understand what's really going on with these chicks. Like, you have to, you know, sometimes you have to sometimes get out of, you know, your box. You understand? Or what you think you knew or know about women. And this goes just for anything in life too. Like, you have to step back and say, let me observe what's going on. Let me observe what's happening around me. You know, because like what happens, especially with women, a lot of times, you know, guys, they get caught up in hearing all these things. So like, how many times have you guys heard, okay, I want a nice guy. I want a guy who's going to treat me right. I want a guy who's going to do this. But how many times have those guys who they claim they want are the ones they're fucking? How many times are those guys who they claim they want are the ones that they're really giving the time of day? And then you notice the type of guys who they give the time of day to. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about, where you have to understand the truth, because once you see what's really going on, then you know how to maneuver differently. You know how to make some certain things happen. And it's not to say you got to be a dick or asshole to get a chick. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is that you have to understand what women want, how they respond, and what turns them on, what's going to turn them off, you know, all these different things if you actually want to deal with women successfully. You feel what I'm saying? This is why we tell you to go to badboymembership.com. You feel what I'm saying? Go there right now and join the membership today. I'm telling you, and as of right now, as we're recording this, there's, I think, almost 24 hours of programming on there. So basically, like, if you join today, it would take you a whole day just to listen to everything. That's how much content is on there. You feel what I'm saying?
Mad content.
So it's a lot of hours of deep step-by-step dating advice on the badboymembership.com right now. And also we have at the end of this month, in early April, I'm coming out with my new audio program. It's actually a video, and it's a step-by-step tutorial of how to keep women interested in you. So make sure you join the membership today so that you can also, you know, check out that video, how to keep women interested in you, because a lot of times, you know, you're going to run into chicks who you're feeling, you know, she might be the type of chick who's a little bit different than the others. She's not on that hood rat shit. She actually got something going on. She got something to bring to the table, and you might want to keep her around, you know, for a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Either as a long-term fuck buddy or somebody who could actually be a girl who's worth being that type of chick. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's actually hard to find those girls. So when you actually do, you want to keep them around for a little while. You feel what I'm saying? So you could have some good cooperation for a minute. So make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com right now and join. And, you know, you can see that video starting in April, and you can see the other videos we got up there, you know, from the past other months. You feel me? So that's pretty much it, guys. We're out of here, and we will see you next week. And remember, if you want to listen to any other Bad Boy shows, go to iLookSexyNaked.com right now and click on the sidebar, and you can listen to all the episodes. All right? So we're out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We are gone.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.